Good morning. So just finished one of our morning sessions. So I wanted to just jump on and talk about a surprisingly simple way to stop the snacking, to the picking in between meals. The picking when you're kind of, as some people call it, feeding emotions, boredom. You know, if you really wrote down at that time, like, how do you actually feel right now? They would often write down bored, stressed, tired, anxious. And I want to remind you that, and I say this a lot, but it's important that we get this message across, and you could be in a different space when you hear this. I know I am sometimes. Sometimes I need to hear my own words, and a lot of these videos are. For me, sometimes, with kids' dinners around, leftovers galore, I have to keep reminding myself of these. But sometimes if you were to write down, you know, when you ate, like, how are you actually feeling right now? Quite often, if you wrote it down, it said stressed, bored, tired, anxious, all these reasons. And actually eating is a quick, convenient, cheap way to change your state, isn't it? Let's face it, when you're eating, comfort eating, you're not anxious, tired, bored, stressed because you're eating. But that goes away, and we all know that doesn't last long. And then we're back to being, the problem is still there. Does it solve the problem? No. Hey, Sue. Hey, Stephanie. So a few times in the last month, actually, this has come up quite a lot. And when we really delved into it, whether this is because offices have opened back up, people are more together a bit more, people are more likely to bring food into offices, lunch, etc., invite people round, this is happening a bit more, maybe. But there's more food in the house, like snacky foods in the house, who knows, maybe it's a lockdown thing. But it's definitely come up a little bit more than often, or have just randomly heard it more, or chosen to hear it more, who knows. So, and this is, if we delve into this, okay, so I'll give you a scenario. So I'm picking a lot, like in between meals, or, you know, when I'm just grabbing something on the go. I'm eating my meals are fine, but I'm still picking in between those meals. I'm still taking a little snacks, little biscuit here and there. And when we delve into it, they nearly always do it when they're on their own. So they nearly always do it when they're on their own. Hi, Sarah. So they nearly always do it when they're on their own. And when you look at that, it's like, okay, why do I do it when I'm on my own? It's really interesting. It's always on my own. And we made one simple strategy in that, okay, I'm going to give myself permission to eat biscuits when I'm with other people, so they actually enjoy it. There was one person who was like, you know, I always make cake for grandkids, kids. We do a lot of home baking together, and they always say, like, why do you never eat it? And it's really interesting that I never eat it in front of them. I just eat it like almost later when everyone's kind of packed up and gone. So we've made this strategy, if you like, and said, you know, actually, then it's filled with what? Guilt. It's filled with, like, not enjoying it at all, almost like, you know, their me time is like just eating that cake. And what we've done is just said, quite simply, okay, I will give myself permission to have the cake when I'm with other people. So when they're all eating it, you can eat it together. She's going to enjoy it more. It's going to be more of a sit-down thing. Enjoy the taste, the smell, the feel of it, and really get involved in what it's about, what food is about. If you go back, what is food about? Like, gets people together. You think of like the hunter-gatherer time. Everyone would eat together and enjoy it together, not really, you know, eat on our own really quickly and then go away. It would be quite a celebration, and that's what it is. If you look at Christmas and all of those events, Easter, people get together and they have a meal together, and we're likely to enjoy it more and change our relationship with that food. And there can be a lot of positive outcomes then to having that, which is a lot different to sneaking it in quiet times and maybe hiding emotions. And then it comes down to me time as well. What are we doing with our me time? What can we do instead that's cheap, easy, convenient, and a state changer? You know, I talk about these things a lot, and yes, like going for a walk in this weather, yes, like a lot easier, but it's still difficult if you've got Zoom meetings all day. You know, it's easier, let's face it, to grab a biscuit, or if you work all day, to grab a biscuit and then just get back to it. That's a quick state changer. But can we just move, even if it's 30 seconds, even if it's 20 seconds, get those endorphins flooding our body, and how we feel then, our insulin sensitivity changes, how we handle our food, how we handle our blood sugar levels. Everything is in more positive state then. And me included, I think we all need to be more aware of this sometimes. It's really, like, at the end of the day, like on a Tuesday, really long day for me, and I get back and I'm often starving, to be honest. And if I stand up in the same position in the kitchen, this is like confessions. So I'll tell you where it is, just to the right of the cooker, in between the fridge and the cooker, with the microwave in front of me, that position, I could literally just pick all day. My brain is almost elsewhere. I'm just thinking about the day, Whereas if I go, I will only eat when I sit down. I take all the food from there that I make, sit down, I'll eat less. I know it sounds really simple, but it's true. Because if I'm there, I can just dip stuff in. I've got a few dippy things, some, what's in there here? Chicken liver pate, a bit of this, a bit of that. A bit of that in there while that's cooking. Whereas if I say this is what I'm going to have, and when I'm ready, I'll sit down at the dinner table and eat it. That's a strategy to overcome because this was one of the obstacles was, I just end up grabbing something quickly when I'm on my own and later in the day. And it just reminded me of me. And I was like, yeah, this is what I do with this. So I hope that helps. There's a few strategies in there. Hey, Pauline. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Helen. Hope that helps. Any questions on that? Do let me know if you found that helpful. Share it around. See if someone else finds it helpful. And any questions, as always, just let me know. I hope that was helpful. Have an awesome day. It's meant to be sunny again. So I will see you soon. Take